Hey, what's happening, Roland? Well, I'm going to tell you what's happening in my world. I had a great week of flipping. Last Saturday, in fact, last Friday, you saw me do a deal with JT Kenny. JT, if you remember on that little video on the What's Happening thing, he caught 195. I caught it almost an 8-pounder, but the next day it was another story. I didn't show you what happened the next day. The next day I went with this guy, James Gardner. James Gardner is quite a gun aficionado. He's also a preacher in Lakeland. He's also a great hunter and a fisherman. And his son and I, we just all went together and we started flipping. We caught some big ones. In fact, the biggest one was right at 8 pounds, and I had another one 7-something, and had another one 6-something. So anyway, we had some really good fish. But that was all flipping. Now I'll tell you what we did, and this is what we did with JT as well. We took a big heavy 2-ounce weight like this one right here. That's a big heavy weight. It's pegged, 65-pound test braid, big old 4-aught hook. I got that special snell knot that allows that. Now see, the snell knot allows that thing to pull up. Watch this. Every time that snell knot hits the concave of that weight, the hook point comes up every single time. You hook almost all the fish with this concave weight and a snell knot. So that's really, really the key deal. So that was one of the things. Now the other thing was, so many people say, well, I don't know if I have the right stuff to flip with. Well, let me just show you a little bit what I'm doing as far as pitching and flipping. It's really important. This happens to be a 1/2-ounce spetlock jig, which is fine. Another thing that you'd flip in the Hyacinths, for example. This is, again, 65-pound test braid. This is a big Emperor Series 7-foot 3 medium heavy action rod, and a big soulless reel with a good drag. Man, this drag is fantastic. Okay, now there's a couple ways to flip. The one way for close range is you pull off your line like this and you swing it out there, and when you swing it just right, you let it go and it goes right in the hat, just like that right there, right in the hat. Okay, that's a regular flip. Now the advantage with flipping is this: those bass are underneath those hyacinths, and so you want to be a quiet presentation. You want to throw it out there real soft and easy like that. It just barely hits the water. There's no big splash. You're close. You're right on top of them. I got that big cushion button on, and I can really bust them. Now that's the one way. That's actually flipping. That's actually a flip. Let me show you a pitch. The pitch is a little bit different. It doesn't have quite the quiet presentation as the flip, because you're kind of holding it a different way, and you're kind of launching it like this. Oh. And I didn't like the cast. And here's the thing about flipping and pitching: if you don't like the cast, just pull it back. Right there, right into the hat. Yeah, I can, once I get really on target, I can put it in the hat pretty much every time. Okay, I'll watch this. It's going to go in the hat. It's going to go in the hat. That's good and accurate. So you put your hat out there 40, 50 feet sometimes, and just try some long distance pitching, but try your flipping at about 15 to 20 feet. Now you can go around these edges. Right now it's so important, because up at the Headwaters Lake, for example, and some of the places at Kissimmee and things, the hyacinths have come back some. And these patches of hyacinths are really a key to big fish. So you can flip jigs, you can flip crawl worms, you can flip regular worms. I have the regular Cincos, big 6-inch Cincos. You can flip them just as well. So there's a lot of ways to approach heavy cover, a lot of ways to fish the hyacinths, but this is the time to do it. Here we are in November. It's cooled down some, really some big bass. I've seen 9-pound bass every week now for 4 or 5 weeks. So it's really, really the time to go. So that's what's happening in my world, and we'll see you again soon, and thanks for watching.